the glorious above, whose pavilion is suspended, and who is girded with praise, so that we can tell of his might, whose robe is the light, and his canopy is space. The chariot of wrath, the deep thunder cloud form. So let us join me. Let's evangelize the world. Let's occupy it until he comes. Our duties as pastors, prophets, and apostles is not to sit inside a congregational church and have people worship us rather than worship God. Our duty is to gather the world together in unity, prepare them for the marriage feast of the Lamb, for the great return of our Redeemer, of our blessed Shepherd, the only bishop of our soul. Let us gather together every believers on the surface of the earth. Let us prepare them for the great marriage feast of the Lamb. The Lord is coming for a church that have no spots and wrinkle. If we encourage our members only to just give and nothing more, what shall it profit a man if you gain the whole world and loses your soul? Shall your money free you? Shall your money provide a standing force for you? Shall your money lead you a fortune in the sight of the Lord? With your gold, are they not moth-eaten? Are they not rust? Brethren, Christianity has passed the errands of old that you now need to take a visa and you have to even have a passport to move from one boundary to the other. That is why united we stand. It doesn't matter how many brands we have, Satan is still winning. Satan is winning because why? The church has refused to be united. The Bible says, how precious is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. It's like the oil poured into the head of Aaron that ran down towards the scope of his garments, down towards the skirt of his robe. So precious is it for brethren to dwell together in unity. The disciple of Jesus Christ came one day and they met with Christ. And they said, Christ, we met some men. They were preaching in your name. They were healing the sick and casting out devils all in your name. We asked them to join us, but they refused. So we rebuked them. Jesus said, no, my children, do not rebuke them. If they are not against us, they must be for us. Brethren, I am bringing the same message to you today. That if that brother that have a church close to your house, if he's not against you, he is for you. Join hands together. Let us not fight that one says, I am for Paul, and the next says, I am for Apollos. Who are Paul and who are Apollos? Are they not just only believers to whom you come to Christ? God expects every one of us to come together in unity. God expects us to worship him in humility. God expects us to humbly come to the throne of grace and ask him for help in a time of need. Let us read the book of Colossians chapter 2 verse 19, which says, not holding the head, from which all the body by joint bands having nourished ministers and clean together, increased set with the increase of God. Brethren, this is how unity affects our Christian faith. Without unity, our Christian life is just a shadow. We may not arrive at Christ's given destiny if we are not united. The power of unity is like the head. Let's take a clue from the human body. As important as the leg is for support, yet it cannot function if the head is off. Because you need the head for sense of direction. It doesn't matter how big or how organized your service is. Without the head, you are nobody. And even without the finger, you are still disabled. Brethren, let us not be a disabled church. Let's unite so that we can build. Today, look, the mission is suffering. I happen to know much about the mission because I happen to be a missionary with Christian Global Foundation. I am the head. Do you know every year I spend over 2 million of my own personal money to sponsor the mission? Without help, no contribution, and no donation from anybody. The mission is not supposed to be an online agency begging people for money. The mission is supposed to be financed and funded by the church. But the Bible said, if the salt has lost its saltness, wherefore how can he ever be salted? Because the church has become a salt that have lost its saltness. The church is supposed to be the umbrellas of the mission, the powerhouse where missionary fall to. God does not require much from the church. All they need to do is raise a substantial amount, put an offering box in one corner of the church every Sunday, that whatever the people have willingly, they can voluntarily give to the service of God, so that every missionary out there in the world that is going to the field can pick up whatever